A reaction? Okay, so I wanted to test whether students ran better when they ran outside versus when they ran inside. Because the majority of the time when they're doing their warm-ups for gym, they run so many laps of the indoor gym. So one day I noticed that when we went outside, certain kids were doing better when they were running outside. So I wanted to put that to the test. So I came up with a plan. So I took 7 kids, 7 boys and 7 girls from the 7th grade class, 7 boys, 7 girls from an 8th grade class. What I did, I told them they were going to be tested to see how they performed inside versus outside. So what I did, there's going to be 3 main days. So the first 2 days they were going to be tested indoor and outdoor, running 2 laps of the track and 13 laps of the gym, what they would do for a normal warm-up in class. Although for the first 2 days we didn't tell them that they were being timed. So I timed their times inside and outside for the first 2 days, and their scores averaged in the high 6s, low 7s. So then for the second 2 days I did the exact same thing, although we told them that they were being timed. There was about 2-minute difference gone down, but still outside was doing a better job. They were still doing better when they ran outside, better when they ran inside. So to put that to the main test, what I did was, the kids do a 1 mile test every year. So we put that in, we coincided the 1 mile test that they do in with the action research paper. So the kids would do a 1 mile test outside and a 1 mile test inside. So what we did, because it was looking like the kids were fresher when they went outside, straight after the weekend we let them do their 1 mile test inside to see if that would give them a bit of an advantage. So they did their 1 mile inside, and then 2 days later after their break they did the 1 mile outside, and it still proved that there was a good 20-30 second difference when the kids ran outside versus when they ran inside. So it led me to the conclusion that running the kids outside would be better, not only for them, but it would help them with their fitness levels, and it makes teaching them a lot easier because I get them ready for what we had planned in the class. But there is some limitations to the research, because the gym is a really stuffy place. It gets pretty warm in there with all the kids, whereas when you're running outside, it's freedom. The kids have so much space to run. So that was one thing. Also the fact that when you're running in a gym, you got to turn so many corners. So what I did was, when the kids were coming to the corner, I rounded it off so that they had a lot more space to run. But they still have to slow down because it's a corner and they don't want to hurt themselves. On the track though, it's 3.5 laps of the track is a mile, where it's 20 laps of the gym is a mile. So you can see the difference in turning corners. So that was one of the major limitations that we had towards this research. But when you look at the times, and when you looked at how the kids felt and enjoyed running outside versus when they ran inside, I lean toward the conclusion that we need to run kids outside more often than we do inside, because it'll help them get fitter, they'll have more freedom to run, and I think they'll just make them happier as they come to gym class.